I've been renovating this remote hilltop cabin in Burgundy, France, and I'm finally moving in. I've rebuilt the roof, walls, floor and added a terrace, and the inside is just getting started. The learning curve has been steep and sometimes a bit harder than I thought. But I'm making progress. It's nowhere near finished, the inside's not even half started. I'm just going to put a vapour barrier on the walls. I've got my friend coming to help me put it up. I've been and picked up a mattress and I just want to get to a point where I can stay here overnight. Every time I come here, which is most days when I finish work, I come here for a bit in the evening, the sun starts to set and I just want to relax and spend the night here. And right now I can't. I spent one night here over a year ago and I didn't sleep because there's too many mice living in the walls. The mice are gone. I've got beautiful new walls and mission today is really just to make a space where I can come and stay over. I'm so excited about being back at the cabin, getting on with the work, moving everything forward, and I just cannot wait. You might remember her from last year. Charlène is back. Ta-da! So we're going to see how we get on with this vapour barrier.
Oh shit, t'as de la mousse dans le dos.
Loads?
En fait, je me sens libérée de quelque chose. C'est chaud.
Oh, legs, stop. They're nice.
The sheepdogs arrived in the adjacent field over the winter, and it's time to integrate them into our pack of 3 chihuahuas. It was a rocky start, but on a beautifully still, late spring evening, we finally all relaxed just enough to fully unite as one pack.
I built the external structure of the summer kitchen last autumn. It's time to make some upgrades, so I'm replacing the sink and adding a better worktop.
Just finished putting the sink together. What did I learn? It's pretty easy actually. If you've never done any plumbing before, like me, it'll come together quite easily. You just screw together the bits of plastic that come in the accessory pack. I haven't put any time and effort into making this into an attractive sink base feature. I will probably work on that a little bit further when it's in its final position, which is going to be pretty much in the opposite corner of here, but right now that is full of cladding. What's next? I would like to add now some hot water. Right now this is just a hose pipe that runs from the back of the cabin overground. Eventually that will all be dug in, but right now it runs overground and it warms up in the day, so I've normally got warm water coming out of this tap without doing anything to it. But it'd be nice to have on-demand hot water. So what I'm going to do is set up my off-grid shower off a gas bottle just behind here, and then I can use the shower head obviously to have a shower, a little bit hidden because it's downhill, and also to fill up the sink, and then I've got hot water to wash up in the evening if I want to. It's a gorgeous Sunday afternoon here. There is a vide grenier, which is basically a loft emptying, and that's when everyone from the local area brings their unwanted items, a bit like a car boot sale in the UK, and always a bit of food and a little bit of activity. So I'm hoping I might be able to get something for the summer kitchen. I've been looking for some second-hand furniture, so let's go and have a look, see what we can find. Here are my vide grenier finds. I have got a vintage saucepan, some glass dishes. I didn't find any furniture, but I did find this little shelf and a couple of basic bits for the kitchen that I just need. And total I spent €7. Steph's just left. He's got to get up early in the morning, go to work. I haven't. So it's my first night alone at the cabin. I wasn't sure I was going to stay here tonight. I haven't brought my toothbrush, but I just feel like it. It's not a full moon, but it's nearly a full moon. It's a really nice still evening, and yeah, we've had nice dinner. Sun's gone down, and well, I'm not even on my own. As you can hear, there are two large Anatolian shepherds wandering around. Been really busy the last couple of weeks. I've been trying to get the inside of the cabin from a place where it was full of insulation dust and it just looked like an awful building site into something that resembles a habitable living environment. It's a temporary fix, it's just fun. It's just been about trying to make the space into something that I can actually come and stay here and enjoy the summer, invite my friends, hang out and just enjoy this phase of the process. To get to the next phase I need to do electrics and plasterboard before I can put the floor down, and in order to do that I need to have completely identified where I want lighting, where I want my kitchen sockets and all the rest of it. So that's not going to happen for at least 3 to 4 months. I have brought in a couple of old rugs that I had in my house. The decoration panels that you can see on the walls I made for a civil partnership ceremony which had a Viking theme, and these are Viking runes. Each of them has a special meaning. For example, this is a symbol for sun, and this is a symbol for love, and this is a symbol for protection. So they're all fairly meaningful and they come from a really special day that we had in our lives. So it's really nice just to be able to use them again. They've been sat in our garage since the day. So obviously we can still see the vapor barrier here and all the rest of it, but just ignoring that and going with it. I've given it all a really good clean and it all just feels okay. It's camping, but it's livable and comfortable. And I'm really loving how this whole window's turned out. So this window you can open, and then when you sit here you've got this beautiful view out of the window. I'm just so delighted with how this has all turned out. There are things I would change, don't get me wrong, and I'm still to finish the barrier that's going to go around here. I'm going to do something far more permanent, but I need to get the cladding on the outside first before I can finish the terrace. So this is just for security in case you have small kids around. I have a dog that's partially blind, so it's just to stop anyone falling off. I'm going to cut this down. I'm going to take this down a level, and I have also thought about reducing the height completely, taking it out and having a different sort of barrier, but let's just see how that pans out. Come and sit and relax. It gets nice sun in the morning. That's east and south is this way. The roof of the cabin is doing a great job of giving us a little bit of shade at this time of the day. This is the bed. I've got a bed base basically sat on some concrete blocks, so it's all very easy to dismantle. When I get to the point where I need to do more work in here, I can just all take it down and put it in front, and then we can work in here. I didn't want to build a bed frame or anything like that, not at this point. And yeah, it's a really nice space. It's quite cosy. It's a bit darker, and that means it's a bit cooler back here for sleeping, which is really nice. But again, my absolute favourite feature is this. That is the dream. That is exactly what I wanted to accomplish. The whole point of this space is all about being outside, even when you're inside. Okay, it's nice and cosy in here, it's nice to be in here, but your whole concentration should be on what's happening outside. And that's how this space becomes really relaxing and really helps you get back to nature and get back to a calmer way of being, which is exactly what I need, and I know it's exactly what a lot of people need. And I think this is really the nicest thing about building your own place. To be able to choose where the windows go, to be able to spend the time to sit and work out how high the bed will be and what will I see from the window, and be able to choose exactly what you want, exactly what is important to you. And if you're thinking about doing a self-build, if you're thinking about trying to make a little cabin or something, even a garden shed, you know, you stick a nice window in it, the whole thing changes completely. I really hope that you'll feel inspired to do something yourself. If ever you've dreamed of doing a little project, give it a go. You know, I had absolutely no building skills whatsoever when I started, and it's turned out all right. Tomorrow the gardening guys are going to come and cut the grass. As you can see, it's got a little bit taller than an average year due to the rain, and we've had a really nice warm week, so everything's just gone mad. But everything's had chance to flower. It's time for it to go. I must say I'm a little bit sad to to see it go. I quite enjoy watching the movement of the grass, and I'm sure it's good for nature to have it a bit longer, but pretty soon it becomes a fire hazard as well. So the summer kitchen is still very much work in progress. I'm going to pick up some more furniture tomorrow and a fridge, hopefully. In the meantime, as you can see, the roof has become completely covered with pine needles. Right, well, the big brush is quicker than the small brush, but neither of them are great. So if you have a better idea of how I could be doing this, let me know in the comments.